Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came to us in the persons of Master Fard Muhammad. And I bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is indeed thine exalted Christ. And I furthermore indeed bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our divine reminder, leader, teacher, and guide. I greet you all in the nation greeted words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum. All praises are due to Allah. On behalf of Brother Albert Muhammad and the Let Us Make Man family, as always family, we thank you for your continuous support. We thank you for taking your time to read our posts, watch our videos. We could never thank you enough. I really want to take a brief moment of your time, family, to address a post that we post. This session is literally based on misunderstandings and misinterpretations. Can I talk to black people for a minute, if that's all right? Misunderstandings and misinterpretations. We presented a post, and on that post, it had two pictures. One was a picture of an arm or a hand wrapped in chains, in the chain of slavery. The other was a picture of a familiar, famous rap artist, Ghostface, with a medallion or a chain with an eagle statue on it. And the question was, what went wrong? We went from this to this. What went wrong? See, what happens is when we start getting into our emotions and our feelings before we really size a situation up or look thoroughly into something, we miss the whole concept of the reality of the post or what is literally being said. However, we do know that there are many of our people, or those who proclaim to be of us, lurk and lay low, especially on social media, to seize the opportunity to take and run with a situation, then turn it into something outside of what it really is. Straight to the chase or to the cut. And this post was literally posted on the group or in the group, the 5% Nation. And there were quite a few brothers who were responding to the left as if to say they really didn't understand, or they thought that the post was put up to scrutinize or, defame our brother Ghostface. We went from this, which means the hand that you see that was in slavery, that was bondage, was a hand of people who suffered tremendously in a situation that they prayed to get up out of. They prayed for freedom, justice, and equality. So for over 400 years, they were bondage in such a way. We went from that to where we at now, where we are praying for chains to wrap around our necks. We are praying to purchase gold medallion. We are praying to invest in the same enemy that put the same chains on our people over 400 and some odd years ago. Why is it that black people are the only one that's so forgiving of the trials that our people endured? See, when we look in debt to something, we get the better understanding of it. See? You would spend $1 million to wrap a chain around your neck, but then beg the white man, argue and fuss with the white man because they don't want you in their schools. They don't want you in their dining halls or in their shopping malls. So they treat you, or they deal with you from a distance. And you complain, protest, argue, and fuss towards the white man when we can take the millions of dollars that we invest into the gold or the diamonds that actually is blood money, right? And take that money and reinvest that money into our own selves, our own programs. You have countless brothers and sisters throughout America with supreme intelligence. Brothers and sisters that's working hard. They're all not in the Nation of Islam, but they're all working hard. Why don't we invest some of those funds into helping our own brothers and sisters who are out on the forefront, who are out on the front lines, striving to establish or create something for the betterment of our people? So the Post literally was there to shoot guns or shit Ghostface. I know Ghostface. I met Ghostface when the Wu-Tang Clan first came into existence, right? But when you have a chain with a medallion built into or molded into an eagle, the same eagle that swamped down or scooped down on our African brothers and sisters during the time of slavery. Oh, but I forgot. Because there are many black men and women in America despise talking about slavery. They despise talking about what our people went through, what our people endured. They don't want to hear that kind of talk, because many of them think that this white man is forgiving and merciful. So when you get someone to remind us, like any other group or ethnic group of people, the Jewish community will never let their people forget what happened to them during the Holocaust. And they've created programs and institutions to protect their future generations, that they never see such atrocities again. But when we stand up, be it the Nation of Islam or any black man or black woman, stand up and speak out of love for black people, out of concern, out of desire to see our people grow and prosper, right? Then the 85% portion of our people create problems within their own minds. All you got to do is just look at the Post. The Post was real simplistic. It didn't take a lot of writing. It doesn't really take a lot of explaining for those who us have a certain level of intelligence to see the reality of what happened to our people over 460 years ago and where our people at today in 2017. Blood money, right? We killing each other for these diamonds and these pearls that Africans right now in Africa are working like worse than slaves to present these diamonds. So you pay astronomical dollars for diamonds that really don't have any value no more. Because the gold is what you really want. And I'm talking about bricks, not gold chains. I'm not shooting down nobody if they choose to purchase a gold chain for whatever reasons. If that is in your heart, praise be to Allah. Our mission as far as the members of the Nation of Islam that was put on us by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is to become saviors of our people, provide our people with the most accurate information as possible. I'm not here to preach to you. I don't have degrees in preaching. I'm a poor righteous teacher. I believe in freedom, justice, and equality. That's it. There's no sense for me to waste time in debating. Like, what's the sense of it? There's, again, countless beautiful brothers and sisters out there that have wonderful programs that will benefit our people overall. All we have to do is involve ourselves, give them a chance, hear them out. If you don't agree with the Nation of Islam, that's fine and well. You reserve that right. But there are brothers and sisters that are doing similar things, if not greater, in their respective work to get the message across to our people that we are an independent people and we can function like independent people. But when misunderstandings and misinterpretations dominate your thought process, you shut down because you really don't want to hear it if your mind is already set. If you have a preset or preordained thought in your mind, then it's not going to allow you to open up and at least hear something that might trigger something positive in your thought patterns, which will free you from the negativity when it jumps right at you. We're taught in the Nation of Islam to rise above emotions into the thinking of God. Do you think that's easy? Do you think it's easy to rise above emotional? We are some emotional people. Black people in America are some emotional people. We have every right to be emotional for all that our people has endured or has went through. So we have a right to be emotional. We also have a right to learn to rise above those emotions into the thinking of God. And that's pure righteousness is what we strive for. But at the minute you shut down and you start misunderstanding something or you misinterpreted something, you start, as we say, doing the knowledge before you wisdom, which simply means you wisdom before you knowledge, which simply means you start taking things on face value and not seeing the reality or the love. Then you want to challenge somebody that is actually out there striving to do the work. I've been on the front line for the Nation of Islam since 1992. I got knowledge of self in 1982. And I'm still learning. I'm still a child in this work, man. You'll never catch me running around talking about I'm successful in this or I succeeded in that. I'm still striving to the best of my ability to do this work on behalf of the life-giving teachings of as is taught today by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I don't know nobody in the Nation of Islam that put a gun to nobody's head and tell them we gonna make you join the Nation of Islam or we gonna make you agree the teachings of the Nation of Islam. You have a right to your own choice of what you choose to consume and let occupy space in your brain. It's easy to let negativity occupies space in your brain. It's highly difficult for many of us to allow positive thoughts to occupy space in our brain. So all I'm really doing is just addressing misinterpretations and misunderstandings. I'm not afraid of debating with nobody, literally. I would debate with the best of you if it was absolutely necessary and if I thought that it was going to be profitable for the advancement of our people overall. But if there's no profitability or advancement for our people, and when I say profitability, I'm talking about the advancement of our people, not the advancement of Brother Albert. I'm a work soldier, so I take care of my soldier. So the advancement of our people is the primary thought pattern in my mind, my personal thoughts. So for the brothers that had a problem with the post itself because they saw a picture of Ghostface from the Wu-Tang Clan and they thought that we were shooting, I could have put anybody pictured up there. They would have chose something that has something to say, either it was Ghostface or Big Daddy Kane. It doesn't matter. It so happened to be the picture matched the picture that had the chains around the hand that looked like it suffered from some hard times during slavery. While our people are suffering hard times here in the wilderness of North America, 2017, and most of that nowadays is self-inflicted. You heard me? Most of our trials and tribulations are self-inflicted. Because when we get to a point, we become arrogant. And we become self-righteous. So we don't want to hear nothing no one has to say. And anything someone has to say, we want to debate about it without even researching it. Before we even try to go into a debate. Most people who lose debates lose behind the fact of lack of research, right? Or doing your homework. If you're going into a debate, I would humbly suggest that you do your homework so you can have some level of success. If that is your primary goal in life, to debate. Misunderstandings and misinterpretations, see, is the root cause of our disunity and lack and inability to unify with one another as a people, despite what church you go to, despite what masjid you go through, despite the degrees you got that you might have got from the various universities. What's the sense of having a bachelor's or a master's or all these degrees and you can't communicate with the basic people or lower level people than your knowledge? Your knowledge should allow you to adjust and be able to disperse that knowledge amongst those who may not be as knowledgeable as you are. But when we become selfish and arrogant in our thoughts, it comes out in what we write. As a man thinketh, so is he. You follow me? So if you thinking negative, then basically that's what you are, negative. But if you have positive thoughts in your heart, in your mind and in your heart for the advancement of your people, and stop giving up every time something happened. We arguing about Serena Williams. Who Serena Williams have her children by? Who Serena Williams married? We already was taught that the white man would use his last trick against the black man, and that would be the white woman. We were taught that sports and play would be the greatest enemy to the black man and black woman in America. So this is why many of us put so much into sports and play. We invest in sports and play so extreme that we don't even realize that we're not benefiting from sports and play. So why should I stress myself about Serena Williams when I don't even know Serena Williams? About who Serena Williams married or who she have her children with. How beneficial is that? As opposed to focusing on how we can become saviors of our people who are killing each other as nothing to America. Which is more important? Who Serena Williams married or becoming saviors for our people, for our babies, man? See, misunderstandings and misinterpretations causes these kinds of confusion and conflictions among black people. See? Again, family, I'm not trying to present myself to you as nothing more than your little brother, Brother Albert Muhammad, from the Let Us Make Man family, with the sole purpose of helping my leader, teacher, and guide, the most honorable, pardon me, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, delivered the 30 to 40 million more dead to the Lamb of God, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You can take it a letter alone. This white man gonna force you to the doors of the Nation of Islam, because the Nation of Islam is the final call for black men and women in America worldwide. Believe me when I tell you that. You might think that we psychopathically crazy, we paranoid delusional, like they thought about the prophets of old, but you will soon see that what Minister Farrakhan has been piping to you for over 60 years is absolute truth. But when we shut down and refuse to allow ourselves to grow and open up to new wisdom, new knowledge, advanced knowledge, advanced wisdom, then we will not be able to unite and come together. So when we put posters up, so for the record, when we put posters, we believe that when we write is divinely inspirational. So sometimes when you read our posts, there might be some issues with the writings, but we believe when you are being divinely inspired, you write immediately. See? Most people may not really understand what divine inspiration is. See? When we write on Let Us Make Man, believe you me when I tell you this, 96% of it we believe is divinely inspirational. Right? We don't take time. Picture speaks volumes. So we do just like the white man. When he give you a newspaper, he put pictures in it. When he sell you a car, he put pictures in it. When he want to sell you jewelry, they put pictures in it. They need to get your attention. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us to study the white man. He make no excuses for his failure. So don't fault your little brother if he believe that he's following the path of the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his student, his national representative, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It's just that simple to us, right? Misunderstandings and misinterpretations. Black people, we have to get past that. We have to really take our time and analyze what we allow to take up space in our brains and really support one another. Let's use social media as a way to build our nation within the nation. Let's galvanize our people and stop preaching and galvanize and support some of the programs that you see us promote. Some of the sisters and brothers we send original salutes to. We send original salutes thanking our brothers and our sisters for their support and their divine inspiration and their visions that they trying to share, that they're trying to, make our people a part of. So we send original salutes out to the brothers and sisters that are doing the exact same thing in their way or their thought pattern or how they see it, so to speak. So again, I just want to take a few minutes of your time. I thought it was important because misinterpretations and misunderstandings, believe you me when I tell you, it's the root cause of our division as people, as black people, period. You could take it or let it alone. We had such a beautiful day at Muhammad's Mosque number 37 in Akron, Ohio this morning, but I had to end this day sharing with our people who may misunderstand some of the things that we post. Again, I'll say this, I'll emphasize this again. By no means, family, do I expect you guys to agree to everything that we write, accept everything that we say. We expect disagreements. We can agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But remember, we're taught in the Nation of Islam to deal with nothing but actual facts. Actual facts. Not assumptions, but actual facts. See? And the actual facts is we do our research as thorough as we could. Not to say that we're perfect. Of course we're going to fall short. But if you have any love, not for your brother, but for the mission and the people overall, then you'll pull your brother coat, you pull your sister coat in the most respectful manner that they can receive your enlightenment or they can receive your wisdom with humility. Humility, you know what I mean? There's a way to come at people and touch people that they can receive you and probably inbox you and thank you for playing coat. There's been many times I've received inboxes from brothers and sisters who have pulled our coat and we thank them for that. We didn't take offense to it. Who are you to check us? Emphatically, no, sir. We thank you when you pull our coat, but rest assured, we are defenders of our nation and the rise of black people as a whole. So with that being said, family, I thank you so much for your time, for allowing me to share a few words with you on misunderstandings and misinterpretations. Believe you me when I tell you once again, this is one of the root causes of the division among black people, right? When we really don't understand something. We need to learn to rise above emotions into the thinking of God. Gather our thoughts. Analyze something, really study something before you respond to it. Because we need to take social media and use it as an advancement for our people, not as no debating platform to sit here and debate. Because some people are literally, they live for that. They go through pages and they go through posts. They live to find something to say, got you. Really. But if you feed into it, then they would actually get you. Right? Which means you'll be going backwards and forth with somebody for about 2 or 3 hours with your view and their view, your view and their view. The Quran says to you be your way, to me be mine. So I thank you, family, for those who took a few minutes to hear and hear your little brother out. I thank you so much on behalf of the life-giving teachers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as is taught today by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man. I can never thank you guys enough. You encourage us to keep on working. You encourage us to keep on writing. You give us the hope that eventually our family, our people will come together collectively and address our problems. Follow Minister Farrakhan on Twitter. Stay on Twitter with Minister Farrakhan and stay up to date with current events throughout the world. Because believe you me, the time is near now. Family, if we don't unite, we're not gonna be the only one you lose, but we are gonna lose. And we're gonna lose tremendously. White people are preparing for war against black people. I saw one of the most disturbing videos I could have saw in a while, where 3 or 4 white girls and a guy lured a black girl, young girl, out somewhere, and they just jumped her. And they was pouncing on her like female lioness pounces on a gazelle or something like that. And this young girl had nobody there to help her. See, they believe in attacking us, just like they did during slavery, just like they did during the 60s and the 50s, when they would just spat on black people or smack black people. They believe, and they're doing that now. And the reason why they're doing it and getting away with it is because of our disunity and our continuous misunderstanding and misinterpretations towards one another. Thank you for listening. I leave you as I came before you. In the nation, greet the words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum, family.